What's up, Internet? It's Dumbass Panicos Gaming, and we're finally starting another shiny hunt. We got a Galarian Crystal. I'm so happy. Yeah, we're gonna work on Galarian Zigzagoon, so let's just get right into it. So this thing came in today, the switch up. So I'm actually playing on my Xbox controller. I have played around a little bit with the macros. I was working on the Rotom Lotto thing, because I think I'm going to use that to get some Master Balls, so that way I can not have to worry about Registeel getting away. I'll still attempt a Quick Ball at the start of the battle, but I don't want to. I don't want to even risk it. But yeah, I mean, I am disappointed. It doesn't work with the Bluetooth on the Xbox controller. I'm not sure what the hell the issue there is, because I use a Bluetooth, a tiny little dongle thing. I mean, I'm not going to unplug it because I don't know if it'll make noise, but I mean, it's that tall. It's one of those mini-ass USB ones, right? So I use that for connecting my Xbox controller to my PC, and that works fine. For some reason, it doesn't work on the Switch. I believe that's more of an issue with Microsoft, to be fair, because there is a wireless adapter thing, but again, the Bluetooth just works fine on PC. And there's not really, there shouldn't be a reason why it wouldn't work without that adapter. Unless there is some sort of, bullshit that Microsoft is pulling, which, they could be. But, that is just begging for a anti-competition type lawsuit, so, we'll see. But yeah, so it is plugged in, which is probably the best way to use that device anyways, if you're gonna, let it run overnight for some reason. Or for some reason, the reason why. It's probably better to, not be using batteries, but, So, that's one problem I do need to get sorted with this thing. I've noticed my Xbox controller will do that on me sometimes, which is annoying. So I need to set up the dead zones to be correct, because I think they're probably too narrow for the Xbox controller, which would be weird. You would think they're probably not. I'm not sure how I want to say it, but basically, yeah, it's more, the Xbox controller seems to be more sensitive. Nope, there we go. The first of many. Or hopefully not many, actually. But yeah, like I said before, I'm probably not going to do much using it for, shiny hunting or anything. I don't really care to do it for that. I might use it for collecting eggs just to, speed up the hunts on stream. Basically make it so I can do, instead of, 200 eggs, I can do maybe 400, right? We'll see. But yeah, also today, we got some really unfortunate news about Sword and Shield. It was announced today that there will not be, as far as I can tell from what was said on Cerebi, there will not be any more Wild Area events. There will be one more update in November that will make some stuff that is more unusual to find, or you can't typically find. Stuff I believe it specifically mentioned Gigantamax Snorlax. So there'll be some stuff like that will get added in, and then that's it. There won't be another update, which is really disappointing. Again, I didn't read the announcement myself, so I don't know if maybe there's still a possibility of a Halloween event, but it doesn't sound like it. It sounded like Cerebi says there will be one final Wild Area update to add the Snorlax and the unusual stuff. Which is, I don't know, that's sad. I'm not terribly surprised there's not going to be an event for the new games coming out. I wish there was, but it doesn't surprise me that much. Hello? It's going to take a little bit of getting used to this new controller. Or, not really that new controller, but new for using on my Switch. But yeah, I really thought there would be another Halloween event, being that it's going to be, about 3 weeks before the new games come out. I just seemed like a pretty obvious choice. I don't know. But yeah, I was kind of sad to see that. But hopefully we'll have something moving forward in Scarlet and Violet, so we'll just have to see. Oh, right. Okay, let's get this mess sorted real quick. Forgot to come back after I grabbed my Zigzagoon. So one thing that is going to be a problem is, because now that I'm using this Xbox controller, it's going to be very easy to get, like, used to the Switch controls on Xbox, or using, like, basically, if I use my Xbox controller for something else, I'm probably automatically going to want to use the Nintendo controls. Also, I'm getting a feeling that this... I should not be getting doubling of my inputs. I thought that issue that I was having was because I was on Bluetooth in the past, but this is wired, and I'm getting some, like, input doubling. I might not be using this Xbox controller for long. The thing is, I've had this issue with both this controller, this Xbox controller, and another, like, an older, like, Xbox One controller. So that is not reassuring. But again, there is some tweaking that I need to do to get it all calibrated properly and stuff. So we'll just have to see. I could also get like an actual proper Switch Pro controller. I could even still keep using the Joy-Cons, though I'd rather not. I think, if anything, I will get either another controller and hope that it works properly with this, or I will get a Switch Pro controller or something. Like, I'm not as worried about the Switch Pro controller being wired, because it's, you know, it's a Switch Pro controller. Those things last for goddamn ever. What was it? The Wii U controller, the Pro controller, just straight up used a 3DS battery, but like the 3DS battery is for a whole ass console, and that was just a controller, so that thing lasts forever. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, was there anything else? Oh, the Festival of Lights event started in Pokemon Go, so there's some, or will be starting very soon, if it hasn't for you already. There will be some, I think they said Chinchou is supposed to have some, like, boosted shiny odds. And there are a bunch of, like, shiny Pokemon in it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Chinchou's going to be, like, as crazy as, like, a community day, but it should have boosted odds, so we'll see. If I can get one, great. If I don't, I don't mind breeding for that one. And then, what is it? Can't, like, think about it. Oh, the community day is also this weekend for Litwick. That'll be on Sunday, 2 to 5 p.m. in your area. Also, there is a thing that, from like 5 to 8, there's also special raids, and when you complete a raid, you get, it like causes Litwick to spawn in that area, even though it's after the community day, and they still have like the boosted shiny odds, which is, that's a cool idea. I like that. It gives you kind of like a chance that if you can't make the normal times for the day, but you can at least get like one other person, you can make it happen. Because it's still kind of shitty, but at least it's more options. But yeah, because it's a 4-star raid you have to beat. So, I mean, you don't really need a whole lot. And again, I think it's I don't think it's Chandelure. I think it's a Lampent or something like that. So it's, you know, it's not going to be too hard. But yeah, and they also announced the next event for Pokemon Go as well, because it's going to be the part 1 of the Halloween event. I forget what they say. Oh, Galarian Yamask, which could be convenient for me. Hey, thank you, Destructor. Appreciate the follow. And then what was the other one? There's something else that's also going to have, like, boosted shiny odds in that event. Or it's like a new shiny or something. I didn't hatch everything yet, right? Oh, I did hatch everything. Whoops. When did I miss 2 of those? My bad. But yeah, so, you know, there's some stuff coming up in Pokemon Go. I think next month there's also, like, the Dratini event or something. It's gonna be a lot of shinies going around pretty soon here, which is gonna be nice. But yeah, just, I don't know. I'm really disappointed about the, like, I didn't think I'd be this bummed out about it, but I'm disappointed there's not gonna be any more wild area events for this game. I am very glad, though, that they did at least tell us and didn't just, like, not update it ever again. It's just straight up like, yeah, this is it. And I think they also said for, like, some of the online stuff, there won't be any more online competitions. That's not surprising. Especially because they just announced one where it's basically just whatever you want to do, go for it. You can use whatever Pokemon you want. There isn't a limit on how many, so you could use, like, 6 Mew if you want. And, which, actually, there's... probably would not be a bad team, being that Mew can learn literally every move. And then also there's no, like, limit on, like, what items they can have or anything. So you can have 6 Mew with all the same item and everything. So it seems kind of like it's a cool send-off, I guess, but also, like, it's not really a fair competition at all, because if you have a lot of mythics at your disposal, then you're going to have a leg up over everyone else. But yeah, that, and then I think they said you'll still be able to do friendly competitions, but you won't, like, they won't show up in Pokemon Home at all. And everything else online, they think they said should still work. But yeah, just disappointed about the wild area events. I really hope we see that be a thing that returns in Scarlet and Violet. I really liked those. Just having that, like, once a month, there's just some Pokemon with boosted odds, and it's just... was always nice. Even the ones that I didn't end up doing, which I regret now, but it was before. I was really doing a lot of shiny hunting. Yeah, definitely want to see those return. We know some form of raids are returning. We don't know if Dynamax Adventures or some equivalent are returning. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I'm trying to think what else they... Oh, they already announced what, like, the next, like, teaser or whatever is for Scarlet and Violet. Because they had the thing with Iona or whatever. Or Iono, whatever her name is. Where yesterday, I believe, they, like, showed off, or they had, like, a little teaser with it. It was like, hey, guess what her partner Pokemon is going to be? By the way, we're not telling you yet. You can just go ahead and wait until we tell you. Like, cool. But they've already announced, I think it's tomorrow is the next video for it that is supposed to reveal it. So, hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it's something interesting. I think I did hear that they actually, there was, like, some Pokemon in the previous trailer, like the big trailer, that, like, you couldn't really quite clearly see, and so, like, it was kind of thought that, like, oh, maybe that was intentional, and they, like, wanted to kind of tease those, but not actually announce them yet. Why did I do it that way? But from what I've heard, some of the, different, like, language versions of the trailers have actually had stuff removed, maybe? I mean, I should probably double check that before I say that. I've had a bad habit of that lately where, like, I think I remember something and then I, like, start talking about it, but then it's like, well, did I? Because, I mean, I did that with, like, some of the breeding mechanics and stuff in this, and I did the exact thing that I hate that other people have done, right? Just taking what they see on the internet and running with it, despite the fact that it has no basis in reality and is easily looked up. Like how shinies are the brilliant or the aura Pokemon, whatever you want to call them in this game, how the shiny mechanics worked with that. Like, Pokemon Company literally told us how that worked, and then streamers just ignored that. Or not even just streamers, but like Poketubers and stuff. So, you know, maybe be better than the people I criticize at times. But yeah, Twitch has been a real pain in the ass recently. Besides, like, the actual pain in the ass they were to that one streamer. Good job, guys. I'm gonna keep bringing that up for a little bit, because fucking everyone involved that is a fucking idiot. Or everyone involved in her getting hurt is a fucking idiot, I should say. But so they just had some update about how schedules work, which would be cool if the schedules weren't fucking broken and I could update it. For like 2 weeks now, it said that I'm working on still playing Let's Go Eevee on Wednesdays. I finished that 2 weeks ago. So, and I can't update it. If I update, it just doesn't stick. I can't delete it. If I delete it, it just gives me an error. So cool. Thanks for adding new features when your current features don't fucking work, guys. And then also I tried to, Jess, who rated us yesterday, which was awesome. I tried to follow her and it just doesn't follow. It just like you click the button, it acts like it's doing something, and then it like immediately unfollows or something. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that, but it's annoying. Like, it'd be cool if just like the basic core features of your platform would fucking work, Twitch. But don't worry, let's fucking shove more ads into everything. Also, there's like another creator update. I wonder if it's for the same thing? Oh yeah, it's still for the stream schedule shit, which, who knows? Maybe they updated that information already or something. I don't know. But it's just like, even the schedule thing is like a minor thing. Following should fucking work. That's a very simple system, I would feel like, at this point. So, I don't know, man. Twitch is a very special company at times. Which it kind of sucks, because, like, I've already, kind of embedded myself onto Twitch. Like, I'm at the point where, I have enough going on Twitch that, like, I can't justify just swapping over to YouTube and throwing that away. And also not enough where I can, like, if I was a big enough streamer where it's like, okay, if I switch to YouTube, I can, kind of think about, how many people I'm going to lose. All right, if I, had enough income from it, that's like, oh yeah, fuck it, it's still fine. Then fuck it, who cares? But, well, not who cares, because it's still annoying, but, I can at least consider switching. I'm in that weird spot, which is probably bigger than, like, the other two combined, but it's like, it's just a weird sweet spot, or not sweet spot, very broad spot that, just, like, don't really want to hop off of Twitch at the moment. Even if, like, YouTube keeps getting better and Twitch keeps on doing more stupid shit and not fixing the previously stupid shit. Also, how am I only getting 2 eggs before? Oh, I should see, actually, what is Zigzagoon's, hatch rate? Or, like, step rate. Hold on a second. Oh, that would do it. Okay, that's why. Zigzagoon has a much quicker hatch rate. It's 3,800 eggs, or 3,800 steps instead of, like, just over 5 grand. So that would do it. So that's why I keep on only getting 4 eggs from her before I have to swap to the next set. Yeah, that's gonna... Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me try and fix this right now. Controllers. Is there a way to calibrate? Okay. Which one is X? So I remember this is a Xbox controller. Yeah, this thing is not exact, actually. Look at that. It sits a little bit off-center when I release it. Hello? Did it freeze? Let me try that again. That, like, nothing's happening here. Hitting the A button doesn't do anything. Okay. Not showing that it's acting weird there. I just wish I could, like, set the dead zones. You know? There's, like, no way this fucking... I already have... Well, actually, you know what? Some of the Xbox controllers were having issues with the joystick drift. God, if this controller already has drift, I'm gonna be upset. I love how I'm using an Xbox controller to avoid getting Joy-Con drift, and my controller already has drift. Jesus. That would be a bit of a problem. I do know that you can also use stuff like Xbox Elite controllers and stuff, so you still have, like, the paddles, and you can bind them to certain buttons. Yeah, so you can see how it turns up there when I release, and that's because it isn't, like, fully snapping back, but it is, like, or it's not able to because the bike won't let you, but it is, like, trying to turn, just, like, right at the end there. That's... Yeah, we can't. And, well, all the more reason why I should try and get a different controller for this. Again, I want to like the idea of this, switch up. I don't know how so... Well, it was only $40, so it's not the end of the world. But it is, like, a little, I don't know, it's been a little disappointing so far. It not cooperating with the Bluetooth on the Xbox. Although, again, I think there's something just kind of wrong with this controller. Now that I mean, again, because I'm having, like, sometimes the duplicate inputs, the weird, you know, the, like, drift a little bit that it's getting. Even though it's not really drift, it's just, like, snapback that's not properly calibrated, I guess. Also, I had to update it when I got it, even though BDSP has been out for, like, a year now, so, like, probably the firmware for it should just be included on the ones that are made for BDSP. I don't know. I feel like that's not a weird ask. I will say the updating is very painless. It's literally just you download the updater, plug it into your computer, and you run the updater and it works, basically. But I shouldn't have to do that for stuff that came out a year ago. Especially because even a year before that was like when the, maybe it wasn't a full year, but like they had the update that added updating for the... Oh, it definitely wasn't a year before that. That's right. Sorry. It was only a little bit before BDSP, because when the OLED came out and it has the new dock, so you can also update the software on the dock. So they had to add another thing in the system menu for that, which actually screws up some of the macros, because they were designed with, you know, a certain number of menu items in mind, and so it has to update the macro for those to work properly. Yeah, we won't be using this Xbox controller a lot. I might actually switch, after this stream, switch back to the Joy-Cons. I don't only use the Xbox for, well, I guess, you know what? If I'm not even, like... If it's just for macros, I don't really need this, you know, it doesn't matter if the Joy-Cons are... If I'm worried about Joy-Con drift. So, But yeah, this is, God, really? Why is this controller? God damn it, Microsoft. I will say it's at least cheaper than the Joy-Cons are, but pretty sure it's still more expensive than the Pro controller. Alright, I got some best Zigzagoons. Very nice. Probably should swap one of those in, but I'm not too worried about it. I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't care. I'm gonna be honest. Just like... Who cares about stats? I'm never gonna use these for any reason. right? Because I don't do competitive, and if I was gonna, you know, for like gameplay stuff, I'm just gonna use the, you know, the stuff that I catch in the game. Like, I don't really, you know, I'm just gonna do a playthrough and just use whatever I catch. Usually, I typically don't use other Pokemon for that, like Pokemon that I import. Maybe I did in Pokemon and Let's Go Eevee, not the playthrough on stream, but the when I played it the first time around. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm like a little disappointed with this switch up thing. I don't know. A lot of my disappointment is this controller being funky, but we'll see what happens. Also, I like almost certainly know that you can connect the Switch Pro controller like through wireless to the Switch Up. It's not like this Xbox controller that I have to use plugged in. But for now, we'll use it. I guess that's maybe a good point. If this controller's already drifting a little bit, then maybe it's for the best that I just, you know, just like it doesn't matter. I don't know. Again, it's not so much that it's drifting, it's that when you release the joystick, it kind of snaps back. And I think the, like on the Xbox and on PC, it kind of already accounts for that because it has a bit of a dead zone built in. But on the Switch, it doesn't, you know. It's just taking the input. It doesn't ignore, like, the really small inputs, I guess. Or maybe, you know, there's, you know, it just ignores it when, like, it can tell where it's just like a snapback thing. Where it's like you released it and then it went a tiny bit back, too far back the other direction. We'll see. I mean, again, I've only had this thing for like a day. I just used it enough to make sure I got like a macro going properly. I will say I didn't think it had this, but it does have a macro record mode. So you can just, well, you can record a macro so it does shit automatically. That isn't necessarily built in. But I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of that, because, like, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of work to try and get that stuff, you know, honed in perfectly. I don't care, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. But as far as I can tell, once I got it updated, that the one I used for the lottery stuff worked pretty much perfectly. I do need to transfer over some more Pokemon that aren't like my original trainer ID for doing some more of that. I keep on missing one like every single one of these. But the good news is, I guess in theory, since these are hatching a little bit faster, I don't have to worry about, you know, getting too many eggs. The only downside is because of that, it's like not going to be a point where I get to the end. It's like, okay, well, I guess we can just, you know, wrap up with the last however many eggs we need. But yeah, today we're doing 200 eggs. Again, I might, in the future, use this macro to, collect like 500 eggs or something like that. That was a lot of frame stuttering. Doesn't look like it was on stream, so I think it, oh no, that was on stream. Huh. Okay, good job, Elgato and or Switch. I don't know what's more pathetic. Oh my god. What's most pathetic is my inability to speak. We are back to robot speak because I cannot speak otherwise because I am fucking stupid. But yeah, I don't know what's worse, the fact that Elgato apparently can't handle this game, or that the Switch can't handle this game. Probably, like, I don't know which one it is either. I don't think it's the Switch, to be honest. I know I'm probably giving them way too much credit here, but I don't think that's a Switch, like, frame rate issue. I think that's Elgato is just... It's old. I can't even be too critical of it. I got this thing in 2015. It's over 7 years old. It's due for an update. But I have plenty of stuff that needs updates on this system, so, you know. But yeah, still trying to look for possibly an A380 Intel. I might actually just say fuck it and not even worry about that. I just... Because the other thing is, like, Twitch doesn't use AV1 yet, so it doesn't really matter for the streaming part. So I might just try and hold out and see if an A310 will be available at some point for me. Because we don't know if those are going to be system integrators only, or if those will be sold to the public. Or potentially an what is it, the Pro A40 or whichever. I forget if it's A40 Pro or Pro A40. But they're both basically, the reason why I want those is that they're single slot cards. These are all GPUs I'm talking about, by the way. Or they're single slot cards and they don't have a second power input from the GPU, which is important to me because I don't know where my power supply box is, so I wouldn't be able to easily add cables. I would have to go buy another power supply, which maybe I should, but I think we're okay for right now. Especially if it's just like, you know, I think I should be fine. If I had a 3000 or a fucking heaven forbid a 4000 series NVIDIA card, then I might be more concerned because those things have very high power spikes, but I think it's fine, especially for streaming. That's the thing, at least for now. While I'm not really doing much for PC games, I don't think it'll be an issue. Because it's like, I don't know. It's just like not really, you shouldn't be using that much power just streaming or like without playing a game on your PC. I forget what I have, if this is a 750 or an 850 watt. I think it's a 750. So I mean that should be plenty for a, you know, for a 2070 and an Elgato and a 3700X CPU and potentially another like pretty low power card. But yeah, being like it's going to be a tiny low card, either the A310 or the Pro A40. It also would hopefully mean that if I do play PC games and I don't run into power issues, then I also don't have to worry too much about cooling, because it's where it's going to slot in is basically going to be right underneath where the current graphics card is, and I'm a little concerned about it getting enough airflow, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, I guess it'll probably just throttle, right? Which, as long as I set up my stuff correctly, wouldn't be the end of the world. Not great, but not the end of the world. Yeah, hopefully, man, I'd be so happy if we get this shiny tonight. It gets kind of right back on the correct track. I do need to update info card stuff. Also, I do think for some of my things where I guess I disagree with Super Effective GG about like how the how like your boxes should be organized for living decks. Like there's some for like alternate form stuff. There's some duplicates. I might just, I might actually use the macros for those shiny hunts. Because, like, I shouldn't need to duplicate my Pokemon, man. You know? And, like, it does take time to do that. My Switch is tied up, so I can't, you know, play something else while I'm doing that. Or I can't play something else on the Switch anyways while doing that. Now, granted, I'll probably just be asleep. But, you know... It's still doing something, at least. It's not just, like, straight up hacking. I know that's not much better, but again, it's, like, a situation where I don't really care. And it's not like, you know, it's The only point where I would do that is for the alternate forms where, like, say for Pikachu, for instance. I have a shiny Pikachu. I might have one for each of the sexes. Maybe not. But then there's also the hat Pikachus, which, for some reason, that box also has a regular Pikachu in it. I don't know what the logic there is from a Super Effective GG. I assume... Well, I know what it is. It's that they do that so that way you can have a comparison between the base form and the alternate forms. But, like... Who gives a fuck, man? Like... You should probably just know what the alternate forms look like. Like, we're not even talking about something like, you know, Unknown or a Cremi or, you know, whatever. Where it's like, well, you know, which one should you just not include then, right? But, like, there's clearly a basic Pikachu, a normal Pikachu, and then the ones with the hats. So, like, come on. So, yeah, for those that I can do it like that, I might just do it like that. But, again, we'll have to see. I'm not, like, necessarily decided yet. Because, like, who really cares at the same time? Also, like, my other plan is that I'm just going to fill it with, like, dittos for stuff that's duplicates, but... we will just have to see. Oh, yeah, we're tired. Don't know why I'm so tired. I've, like, actually slept pretty well the last few days. Like, 8 hours of sleep a night type sleep well. But, oh well, we should be fine. One reason why I kind of want to do a, at least one time where I, collect a bunch of eggs and then start hatching, like, just for the stream. I want to see how, like, quickly that goes compared to this. Because being that I would be able to, just, you know, just ride across the bridge and just let it go would be, like... pretty good, I feel like. I guess I could, like, if I was doing that as well, just, like, let the macro do it and just sit here and commentate on it, but, like, I'm not, you know, I'm not that lazy that I can't hatch my own Pokemon. As funny as it would be. Maybe if something happens, who knows, if I break a hand or something, maybe we could do it that way, right? But... not really too worried about it. I'd probably just fall asleep, to be honest. Because, like, you know, if I'm not doing anything. But, who knows? Alright, well... still not as bad as when I almost fell asleep on stream, but goddamn am I yawning a lot. I can't even speak, I'm yawning so much. Yeah, hopefully we can, like, get this tonight, because I would be either tonight or tomorrow, because it would be cool to get 2 more shinies this week. Oh, I did, speaking of shinies, I did, in Pokemon Home, and a mystery trade. I got a random, red Gyarados, and surprisingly enough, not the one from Gold, Silver, Crystal, or Heart Gold, Soul, Silver. I think it was from, it was either Pokemon Go or Legends Arceus, I forget which one. It was, like, one where I looked at it, I was like, ah, okay. Not really all that interesting then. I think it was Pokemon Go, to be honest. Certainly feels right. God damn. Why the fuck am I yawning so much? What the fuck? But yeah, that was interesting. I got that, and I also got a Yveltal, or however the fuck you say that, the Y Dragon. I kind of like mumbled through it as well. Yveltal, or Yveltal, however you're supposed to say it, because it has the Y, but I think the Y is more meant to be pronounced as a like an I or a E. So. I will say, I feel like a Premier Ball would have been the better choice for Zigzagoon, and not a, whatever that one that it's in right now is. It's like a Dream Ball or a Heart Ball or something like that. But I feel like the white on red, or the red on white rather, would go pretty well with this. I know it has like the blue eyes and tongue, but I don't know. Also, I have no idea if the sound of my Xbox controller is getting picked up by the microphone at all. It really shouldn't, you would think, because I have NVIDIA broadcast going, but it's definitely louder than the Switch controls. But yeah, I mean, like, with this thing, you can use, I know apparently, I think a PS4 connects, like, through Bluetooth just fine with it, which is interesting. The Xbox controllers don't. But yeah, the Joy-Cons, the Switch Pro controller, a lot of that stuff will work just fine. Again, I have, even with this not wanting to cooperate, I have it plugged in and it's working fine. I did want to see if there's a way to have it plugged into power, but just have it be receiving power. And then still try and connect it through Bluetooth, but since that Bluetooth doesn't work anyways, Granted, this music is probably not helping me yawning a bunch. Not because it's actually boring, but it is lo-fi, so it's just like, you know, this one's kind of a little bit more upbeat, but it's not, you know, the most, like, upbeat music I could be listening to. And for whatever reason, I'm tired. It's weird. I was fine, and then I got here, and I don't know, just super tired. Which, again, is also super weird, because, like, I worked today? I did work today, but I didn't have an issue at work, and it's just, like, I slept plenty. Like, I know last week it was kind of a shit show. Like, I was sleeping, like, 3 or 4 hours a night. But then I kind of adjusted, but then I started sleeping fine again, and then I felt completely adjusted. Yesterday I was fine. Today I'm just yawning every few seconds. It's, like, one of those things where it doesn't feel like you can't keep your eyes open, but also, like, it kind of feels that way. I know what I just said sounds very weird and self-contradictory, but hopefully someone got what I mean. Where it's like, I'm not really, like, I don't know. I'm just weird today, I guess. I'm weird most days, but today especially. Alright. I will say, this scrolling animation is not pleasant on my eyes right now. I really should just probably get some rest or something. I don't know. This is super fucking weird, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm more tired than I was last week when I wasn't sleeping, when today I did sleep pretty damn well. I'm trying to think, was it a full 8 hour? I mean, it was up there. Yeah, I mean, it was like 7 to 8 hours, which is more than enough sleep. Maybe my caffeine hasn't kicked in yet, but I don't know. It's there we go again. It's been about an hour, and I guess it's like 2/3 full. So yeah, I guess with YouTube stuff, I guess I just thought of that, so I'll bring it up. The last VOD for Galarian Corsola should have gone up last night, so the one that I streamed last night. The highlight should be set for tomorrow or today, depending on when you're watching this. And then I still need to make a thumbnail for that. I need to remember to do that. And then we'll have a, okay, cool. Glad we're, once again, like 30 minutes of dead air on the music. Why Harris Heller does that, I don't know. Wish he wouldn't. Kind of dumb. But yeah, at some point I'll do the short for it. I do have to, like, actually edit that. And I think that's more of a thing that'll just go up, like, you know, next week at some point when I have a day where I have a gap. I don't want to, like, overload the channel with VODs, because I know that's not good for the algorithm. Or it's not good if you want to be in the algorithm. It's fine if you don't care about, you know, no one watching your stuff. Which, I don't really care that much, but also, like, you know, if I can help myself a little bit, I'm gonna do so. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It should be fine. Also, I don't know. I was gonna do shorts of some of the older hunts, but, like, I think I'll just do, if anything, stuff that has a webcam. I think that's gonna be best. I definitely need to update some stuff for that, but we'll get there when we get there. It is a little annoying. These hatch so fast that, like, you can't, you don't always get 5 eggs before they're done hatching. I say it just a little bit because it's a very good issue to have. Plus, I mean, this would be one of those hunts where you can knock out a whole bunch, you know? If I was doing the collect eggs and then actually hatch them on stream. Which, I don't know, I feel like that's fine, but I feel like, well, I'm sure, again, I'm sure plenty of people think anything to make your life easier for shiny hunting is cheating, but at least that, like, I kind of understand with, like, you know, using the macro for it. I don't know. We'll see. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't care. It's, you know, it's my game. And personally, I don't mind too much the gathering the egg part. Especially since I am streaming, so I can just, like, knock out more per stream. Especially considering the situation we're in, where, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get all these shinies before the new games are out. And it's like, I don't want to fully automate them, you know, because I could go get a Galarian Slowpoke probably by the end of the night if I automated it completely. Well, I guess, you know what, maybe if that would speed it up enough, maybe we could, do all the, like, duplicates. So, like, Galarian Slowpoke and Slowking I both need. We'll need a Galarian Linoon at some point. We'll need a Galarian Darmanitan, I believe. I think those are it. Because there was a Corsola, those two, Stunfisk. I keep on forgetting what, like, the last one that I need is. Oh, Yamask. There we go. Okay. Which, actually, speaking of, I would probably wait a little bit on Yamask anyways. Just wait until the Halloween event. Just because, like, you know, if I can get in Pokemon Go, I might as well. Yeah, we'll see what all happens. It is nice that we're having, like, a bunch of different events at once. It is annoying, though, because we have, like, the Litwick event overlap, or the, the Festival of Lights event completely overlaps the Litwick Community Day. So it's like, you know, either you're losing... I don't think it, like, overrides the Calm Day. I think the Calm Day is, like, priority. But, like, that means you have 3 hours that you can't, you know, do the, can't do the other event, which is, like, just don't stack events like that. You know? Like, even making them back-to-back and stuff is fine in comparison, I feel like. Did I take those out of my party? I don't think I did I? I think I saw that they all hatched, and then I went back to writing. I'm dumb. Yeah, they definitely did not all hatch, because we have an extra egg. I really need to figure out a different method for lighting this ring light. It's like... It's just like, I don't know. Especially when I'm tired like this, it kind of hurts my eyes. I actually might, It's not as bad, I don't think. I think I have it set to, like, a more natural, white light, rather than, like, pure white, but I do actually almost feel like that's worse as well. Can't really tell a difference on the webcam, which is good. That's what I was hoping to avoid. Yeah, we'll knock out 200 eggs tonight. Should take us to about like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Probably closer to 3, I think. We'll see. I don't know, with the way my head is, and both, like, being tired and, yeah, maybe we'll just do 150. We'll see. We'll see. We'll get to 150 and evaluate. It also could all be made completely irrelevant if I get the shiny, so we'll see. Being that we are almost at an hour, I think if I got the shiny, I would just, you know, be done for the night. I will say, playing Legends Arceus with the Xbox controller, way nicer experience. I actually bumped up the controller sensitivity a little bit so that way I can turn a little bit faster because, like, it just feels better to use. I didn't go all the way. I felt like the top tier was a little bit too much, but... Yeah, because I'm still yawning, apparently. But no, I'm still working on my second playthrough of that game so I can get my alternate form of Enamorus, which I will actually need 2 more of at some point, but I'm not in a hurry on that. Again, same as like shinies in the alternate boxes that are duplicates of ones I already have. It's like, I'll just use Ditto for that. I'm not too picky. But we would definitely be due for a quick hunt tonight, so, you know, please, game. We can just cooperate, please. I beg of you. That's the thing, right? If I do 200 tonight, it's a lot more likely that I get up to the, up to 400 tomorrow night, which means a lot more likely that I'll get a shiny. Because I forget when it is, but the point where you're more than 50% likely to have seen a shiny is actually before 1 in 512. I'm not 100% sure how that math works out. But, like, it does. I understand the math that's going on there. I just, like, it's one of those bizarre things that happens where it's like, it seems not right, but whatever. Which does also remind me that I need to... Can I... Okay, it did duplicate an input there. God damn it. Not all of those were duplicates, but some of them were. Makes it a little bit more difficult, you know? Yeah, I do plan on using that controller for Registeel. That much is for certain. Besides, like, you know, getting a Master Ball for it, so I don't have to worry about the damn thing. But, the ability to just, like, automate the resetting is going to be really nice. It's going to save me a lot of inputs. You still have to interact with that one, so I don't care about even doing that one on stream, because you still have to... I'm not sure which button it's going to end up being, but you have to either... When it loads into the battle, you have to either confirm that it is the shiny, and then you can just completely stop the script, or the macro, whatever it's called. Or if it's not shiny, then you can continue the macro, and it'll just keep resetting for you. So it's nice that there's that interrupt there. I don't know how they would have gone around it otherwise, but the interrupt is there. Unfortunately, there's no good way to do the lottery thing in BDSP. Not that it really matters right now, but the way they got the system clock set up for BDSP, it you can't cheese it like you do in this game, where you like launch a raid looking for partners and then cancel the raid, or yeah, basically, or you launch the raid looking for partners, change the date to the next day, and then cancel it, and it'll like automatically load in the next set of wild area dens for you, which is really nice. And that also has an effect on, like, you know, the Rotom lottery and other like daily events. But that doesn't work in BDSP, so we'll see if it does in Legends Arceus, or not Legends Arceus. It doesn't work in Arceus either, although I don't think there's anything you need to worry about that for. What was it? Fucking goddamn it! The new game, Scarlet and Violet. We'll see if the system clock exploit will still exist. I got a feeling no. I feel like by now they might have fixed it. I wonder if they just thought that, like, overhauling the system enough to fix it just wasn't worth the trouble. Because, I mean, they are still, like, trying to stop you from doing that stuff, right? Ugh. I don't know what's the problem today. It's been long enough that the caffeine should be doing something. I have noticed these rock stars don't... They say 160 milligrams, but they don't do shit. I really need to stop buying them, actually. Just get, like, Monster or something. I do want to avoid something like Red Bull, because Red Bull is caffeinated. Or not caffeinated. I want caffeine. It's carbonated. And same with, like, normal Monster and stuff, and so I try to avoid that. That shit destroys the fuck out of your teeth, as opposed to non-carbonated options, so... I don't know. But, fortunately, that's part of why I'm, like, messing with the Rockstar stuff, is that, Rockstar and Monster both have, like, non-carbonated lines. Monsters is typically Monster Rehab, and then Rockstar is Rockstar Recovery, and it came after, so, you know, seems pretty likely how they came up with that name. Alright, a little over a third of the way there. Oops. Sorry, microphone. And I wonder why this pop filters never stay in place. Real mystery, that one. God, there's... I know I keep on talking about it, but there's just, like, no reason for me to be so tired. This is super dumb. And really annoying, too. Like, I don't want to, like, stop the stream because I'm fucking... For no apparent reason, I'm just, like... almost ready to pass out from being tired, but like, it's what it almost feels like. I mean, it's not, I'm exaggerating quite a bit, but it is a thing where it's like, what the fuck is happening to me today? I should be drinking a lot more water. It can't hurt. I will have to go to the bathroom pretty soonish here. Maybe we can try and get to like 100 eggs and we'll take a quick bathroom break. Or the end of this box or something like that. Alright. I get it. But yeah, definitely, even if I end the stream early, I have to get a thumbnail made. Should probably start editing that short, because otherwise I'll put it off and then it just won't happen. Yeah, maybe work on some more macro stuff. I want to make sure it all works properly. You know, it's like, even if I'm not going to use it, I would like for it to work properly. I will say, it does have a very cool thing for Animal Crossing, which I know is a little bit cheaty, but also I kind of don't care in this case. But it lets you, there's like an auto fishing mode where if you have to put it into the mode, right? But then if you're fishing, the moment the like vibration hits for the fish, so that it's telling you to, hey, you can pull this up, it'll hit the button to pull it up. And you don't have to like be trying to get it right, which is really nice. I really like that. If only because fishing in Animal Crossing is kind of a pain. I would like to play some more Animal Crossing at some point. I don't know how many people would watch that, but it would be fun. I think that would be an after the new games come out, if I'm just like looking for a one-off stream or something. I haven't played in a while. I'm really considering getting the Family Pass for Nintendo Switch Online, which then makes me really wonder, should I just get the expansion pass as well? Because I think it is like $80 for a year for a Family Pass with the expansion pass. Which, like, at that point, like, kind of might also make more sense just to buy the Animal Crossing expansion. I just get, like, a normal Family Pass. But, you know, if those, if the GBA games actually come to Nintendo Switch Online with the expansion pass, then, well, you know, it might be worth it for having multiple profiles or whatever, but maybe not. I don't know. But again, I guess I would have to buy the expansion pass, and there's no way, I highly doubt there's a way to do this anyways, to buy the expansion pass for one account, but have the Family Pass for, you know, all your accounts. I don't know if there's going to be a way to do that. Really wish there was, but I highly doubt it. And also, it sucks because you can't do it month to month. If you could do it month to month, I probably would have already done it. I think the Family Pass you can do month to month, but the expansion pass, you don't have a choice. Actually, no, I don't think you can. I think Family Pass is only a yearly deal. But again, that's not too bad. It's like $40 or $50 a month. Or $40 or $50 a year. Jesus Christ, if it was $40 or $50 a month, I would not be touching that shit. I guess the other thing is, right, I can always upgrade to that, but also, like, again, Animal Crossing? I don't know. Like, I like Animal Crossing, it's just, it's kind of tedious, and, like, the last time I played it, I kind of had my town laid out how I wanted it. I didn't have it fully decorated or anything, but, like, I had the basic layout done. So I was kind of like, you know. I don't know. It was like, I was pretty happy with it. I'm not sure how much the new stuff is going to add for me. We'll see. I think yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I care to go back there. Like, it might be fun for, like, maybe not even a stream. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it, but also, like, I don't know if I want to go back. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like I've done everything I care to do in that game. I would like to get all of the fruit, but, like, that's such a pain in the ass to do. In fact, I don't even know if you can do it. Oh, well, obviously you can do it, but I don't know if you can do it just by, just in solo mode, just like going to islands and stuff. I did kind of have, oh my god. Alright, try that again. I did kind of have fun, like strip mining the islands of just all their resources. There was something a little bit enjoyable about that. But that takes a little bit of time, and after a certain point, I mean, there's no real point to it. And until you have, like, golden tools, it really doesn't matter. So, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll go back to Animal Crossing. I'm not really in a hurry. I feel like I'd probably be more likely to play Minecraft on the Switch or Stardew Valley on the Switch than go back to Animal Crossing at this point. Actually, I don't know how Minecraft would run on the Switch. I guess I could look it up. It's been on the Switch for a hot minute, but like Stardew Valley, Stardew runs fine on the Switch, but also like at that point I would probably just set it up to be I'd probably do a play it in 1440p, record in 1440p, stream in a 720/60 though. It'd be fun to do like a playthrough of a Stardew on stream. I know I mentioned this last year too, and then it just didn't happen because I actually started playing with someone. Speaking of, actually, welcome in, Hannah. And no worries, I'm not worried about, you know, you being late or anything. I'm not worried at all. I don't know why you're worried about it. I'm not worried at all. I'm not upset. You're upset. No, I really don't give a shit. Thank you for coming in at all. I appreciate it. No worries about Discord being stupid. Discord was being stupid with me all day with your messages, so I guess it's only fair that it comes back around. Pop's Farming Sim, good game. Yeah. Yeah, Stardew's always a good time. I was kind of thinking about playing a little bit of well, so I played Slime Rancher 2, the like early access version that's out right now, and that game is maybe even easier to break the economy in than the first game, which is fine because who cares? It's a single player farming type game, so you know, play it however the fuck you want. But like, the way to like cheese the cave with the phosphor slimes is really easy, like more so than last time, because you can just unlock the cave first thing instead of having to, I think you have to unlock something else and then the cave in the first game. But yeah, that could be a fun stream game at some point. I don't know, is Slime Rancher on the Switch? Maybe I don't want to play that on the Switch, though. That game ran like shit on the other consoles, let alone the Switch. Especially if you're doing the cave trick. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a thing where it's like, yeah, I like playing a lot of Pokemon and stuff, and I definitely want it to be my main franchise, but also, like, sometimes playing something else on stream isn't the end of the world. I do kind of want to at some point go back to Minecraft, actually, because now that I know that Minecraft Java Edition doesn't actually need Java, which is strange, but I guess it's like packed into it now. So it's like, now that I know that, it's like, oh fuck, let's play like a modded version with shaders and shit. What's up, Ghost? Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. You can actually have a texture pack and shaders. Yeah, you don't have to pay a microtransaction for the texture pack. It's great. I don't even know what I like want to do in Minecraft. That's the like thing, right? Like I like the building part of it, but also I like the mining part of it. I know that it's part of the fucking name, but it's just like I don't necessarily care about the mobs. Although it's also very easy to just turn off the phantoms or whatever they are, the ones that like kill you if you're awake for too long. Also, I didn't realize it was just like if you're awake for too long. I thought it was if you're alive for too long they start hunting you at night. But they're just like an insomnia issue, which is like, okay, that's a lot easier to deal with. But also you can just straight up turn them off, which is what I would do. So, I don't know. Man, the game rule for phantoms to turn that shit off ASAP. Yeah, thank God they added that. Not that they added phantoms, but they added the way to turn them off. Also, I know there's some fucking other vote for something else new to add to Minecraft right now. It's like, and people are like getting really like into it. It's just like, what? Really? Love how the community voted for that. Yeah, what was the other options? Because also I feel like, did they explain what the phantoms were? Because that, like, granted, again, it's a lot more understandable, those things. I don't know if they were told how that's how it worked. Yeah, like, now that I know that it's a, you know, it's a thing where if you don't sleep, they start showing up, instead of just if you're alive, if you survive for more than a couple of days, they start showing up. That's, you know, I thought it was just the survival part, and I was like, well, that's fucking annoying, because it punishes you for surviving. But the fact that it's just a sleep thing, that's easily manageable. That's fine. But even still, like, I don't know. I just can't believe that that's something that people chose over anything else. It just means you have one less inventory slot to carry a bed everywhere. Yeah. Or you just never get too far from home. Or, I mean, realistically, you just, you know, you can just skip every night, basically, at that point, right? You just throw down your bed, sleep whenever, because they're only a problem in the, you know, outside anyways, not when you're in caves. Actually, I don't know. If it's a big enough cave, can they spawn? Do I like the idea of tech mods at all? Maybe. I thought about doing something like a Sky Factory or a Stone Block or something like that, and those have a lot of that tech stuff. But also, I'm a boomer, and I like my classic Minecraft for the most part. But that would require me playing something other than Pokemon at some point. We got a little while here before I consider that. I think before I play like anything else, I would have to get through Scarlet and Violet, or, you know, whichever one I pick up. And then get all the Paldean forms shiny, and then we'll start looking at other stuff to do. Problem with multiplayer is you all have to actually... Yeah, that's annoying. That should be a thing where, like, if you just use a bed for, like, 60 seconds, maybe even, in a multiplayer server, that should count for disabling the insomnia stuff. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about that on big servers. Phantoms are just always there. Yeah, that's really annoying. Like setting your spawn point. Yeah. Or again, if you want to make it a thing where it's like, oh, you can't just hop in for half a second. Okay, make it like 30 seconds. Just be like, yeah, you slept. You know. But yeah, maybe I could look into that stuff. Now that I know that I can use Java version and like actually mod the game and have some fun with it, and also CurseForge is like a lot better than I remember modding used to be. So that's nice. I really don't like how CurseForge works in some ways. Like, the fact there's, like, 3 layers of fucking, not DRM, but just, like, programs that are running, which is just, like, fuck off. Because it's, like, the Overwolf or whatever, and then CurseForge is running inside of that, and it's just like, why? Why is this a fucking thing? Isn't CurseForge just in the Twitch app? I thought Twitch sold Curse. Because I know Twitch bought Curse, and I thought they sold them. Because, like, it's Curse. It's, like, who cares? Same thing with, like, the Minecraft forums. Minecraft forums get passed around more than a cheap hooker. Because they got bought by Curse, and then Curse got bought by Twitch, and then Twitch sold Curse, and then I think Curse got rid of the Minecraft forums, and they were going to get shut down, and then someone else bought them, but then I don't know if that actually went through, and it's just like... I don't know. I just remember there was some drama with that stuff. I know, because I was gonna go and, like, I have a lot of old, on an old account, not attached to this one anyway, but there's a lot of, like, old, not great posts that I made on the Minecraft forums. Shit, I kind of, not kind of, very much regret some of it. But I was gonna go in and delete it, and I was like, well, honestly, if the forums are gonna go down, there's not real much point in trying to, like, do it, because there's no easy way to delete your posts on the Minecraft forums. You have to, like, you have to either report it yourself and tell them, yes, I'm reporting this because I want to delete my own posts, or you have to, like, contact someone or whatever. It's just, like, a pain in the ass instead of just let me delete my own posts. You'd think that would make some fucking sense. So I was just like, oh, well, fuck it. I'll just wait for this damn website to go down, and that I never have to worry about it again. Except not really, because stuff like, you know, Internet Archive and stuff like that exist. But, you know, I mean, the shit's already on that, right? There's not much I can do about it at this point. It's also multi-MC, which just works. What's a multi-MC? Is it like the same or a similar thing to CurseForge? But yeah, the other thing before I even like do any Minecraft stuff is I need to have the encoding card. Just so I don't have to worry about, like, trying to use the the CPU for encoding the stream at all. Okay, so yeah, kind of similar to CurseForge. I will say I do really like that with CurseForge, and I guess multi-MC is the same, where it's you can have different, like, setups for different mod packs and stuff, so it's you can just swap between stuff. You have, like, a bunch of different worlds and whatnot. Or not, you know, not necessarily just worlds, but, like, if you want to swap between big mod packs and stuff, they can just be, like, their own instances, I guess. Alright, we're gonna be about halfway to our egg goal, although I've like, kind of woken up now. I guess it was just a caffeine issue. I don't know why. I need to stop getting Rockstar. This shit just does not work. Even on, like, days where I sleep well, it just, like, doesn't work. Also, apparently, Bang just got, like, Bang Energy just got sued by Monster, like, successfully. Like, they were awarded a lot of money because of Bang is making a bunch of bullshit claims about their product, which, go figure. if you've ever seen what the CEO of that company looks like, that dude looks like the type of dude who just chugs Bang all day. Like, or he looks like the type of dude who, after 10 years of chugging Bang all day, that's what he would look like. So it doesn't surprise me at all that he's also making, or that company also makes some bullshit claims. I only bring that up because that's like another one of like the, you know, supposed to be like really ridiculous energy ones, which clearly some of these aren't working as well. Monster works pretty well for me still. Jesus, did you just look it up? Yeah, it's pretty, it's not good. That dude is, well, hopefully he gets his money out of the industry and then gets out because, it looks like it's killing him. Nope, stop. Just Googled the dude. Yeah, he's it's an interesting dude. But hey, credit where it's due. He made a really popular energy drink and it has sold very well. Though, again, some of that is based off of false claims. Because one of these was like, it has super creatine, and that's apparently supposed to be something, but like, I think that was like part of the thing that they were getting sued for, because that's just like not a thing. And there's just like, it's just nonsense. Top of the Reddit post was, he looks like the sales manager for cocaine. Yeah, that's a very good description of that dude. He's like the type of dude that if he stops drinking his energy drinks, his heart's just gonna stop working because that's the only thing keeping it beating is way too much caffeine pumping through his system. I should probably stop being an asshole to the dude on stream. It's a little bit of a dick move, but also like, I'm not that wrong. Also, again, they did just get sued for false claims, so, you know, don't need to be too nice to him. Anyways, we'll move on from that. But yeah, interesting dude, for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Are there any other, like, good non-carbonated energy drinks? Like, obviously, like, you know, I have the Rockstar Rehab, or Rockstar Recovery. There's the Monster Rehab. Are there any other good ones? I guess the other thing is, are they good and can I find them easily? Because that's, like, the bigger issue. Even, like, Monster Rehab and stuff is, like... Sometimes, like, you'll go to somewhere and they just, like, won't have that. They'll have, like, 10 other flavors of Monster, and it's like, come on. You can't at least have, like, the, you know, lemonade one or something? You haven't seen either of the two I mentioned in years? That's interesting. On the Rockstar is new. The Rockstar is fairly new, I think. Because I hadn't ever seen it before, and then, like... Not, you know, maybe, like... Some time ago I started seeing it. Maybe it's just the gas stations I go to was, oh, Monster Hydro, that's right. I forgot about Monster Hydro. That might be worth looking into. It certainly can't be any worse than, like, any of the other stuff, right? In terms of, like, for my health or in terms of, like, quality. Actually, it's probably a little bit worse. And coffee isn't carbonated, but it is very acidic, which is kind of the same problem because it's, you know, that shit eats through your teeth. And just trust me on this. Yeah. It might be fine, but... I don't know. I try to avoid that stuff when I can. I've drank enough soda in my life that I don't really need to keep drinking more of it. I do still have it sometimes. I mean, you know, I've had Dr. Pepper and shit on stream. Just sometimes. Non-carbonated. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the shaker stuff. Yeah, I mean, that might be an option. Maybe not G Fuel. I like to not have lead chips in my energy drinks, thanks. Just go find an old building and chew on some of the asbestos in the wall, too, while we're at it. But yeah, that is another good idea. That might be one to look into. Because, yeah, I've never messed with those, like, shaker ones. Like, I know you can get cans of G Fuel and, at, like, gas stations and stuff, too. And it's, like, you know, premixed. But I think that stuff is also carbonated at that point. But yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Monster Hydro and, like, the shaker stuff. Another 5 here. God, it'd be so nice to get this tonight. I know I say this about every shiny hunt on every attempt that I do on it, but I don't know. It would really help to get me back on track with getting all these. Plus, I could probably get another shiny, especially if I'm doing like 200 a night, because I would have 3 more nights to do it this week before my my stream weekend. Could be worth trying to get a starter pack from one of those that come with the single serve sachets, yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah, they come in like the powdered Gatorade like type things, huh? So it's more like you like take a scoop out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably definitely want to do that, you know, just to try it. I assume those do those starter packs come with a whatchamacallit, one of the, like, shaker cups as well. Shaker, nice. Actually, that's kind of unfortunate now that I think about it, because, they're, like, well, I follow, like, 2 VTubers, but, like, one of them just had, like, their own shaker cup, too, with, Advanced GG or whatever, so, damn it. Also, it was actually a pretty cool-looking cup. But, oh well. I guess maybe I shouldn't be buying, like, something like that when I have no idea if that's something I'm gonna, like, do. Alright, more than halfway through tonight. Gonna get up to 200 eggs. No idea where that's going to put us for percentage range. Probably around like 33%. That would be my guess. Maybe a little bit less, actually, since we are already past halfway. Around 30. That's my guess. Hopefully I'm correct. But yeah, I feel like the Galarian Zigzagoon line has some of the better shinies for the Galarian forms. Especially like Zigzagoon itself. Probably Linoon is good too. I know Obstagoon is kind of like a... it kind of looks more like a toothpaste Pokemon, but... that like a little bit of blue is fine for the tongue and eyes on Zigzagoon in this. What is Okay, I'll have to check out those brands. I could also probably just find something cheap in like the local store or something. I go to Target or whatever. Again, if I just want to try it out, then although again, the starter packs or whatever, so who knows. Yeah, what does a normal Zigzagoon look like? Hoenn Zigzagoon. Go get your code from Target. Oh, yeah. That'd be a great time to do it. Jesus. I'm sure it's the same with the Target stuff as it is at, like, GameStop or whatever, but it just feels weird going to Target. Brown and black. Okay. Well, I mean, like, the shiny version? I know that, like, normal Zigzagoon is, like, brown and stuff. Oh, yeah, it's, like, brown and white, right? So is the shiny brown and black? I probably still have this page up, actually. I'm stupid. I literally have it up. Oh, the brown turns more like orange. That's actually pretty cool. I like that shiny as well. That's a pretty neat shiny. So yeah, besides being cute as hell, Zigzagoon has great shinies. Nice. Alright, up over 20%. Alright, I think I will, gonna take a quick break here. I was gonna do this at 100 eggs, actually. But yeah, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be back in just a few minutes here. Recording is resumed. Scene is transitioned. Did I really only get 3 from that? Fuck. I got fucked on that one. It's the thing with this one, because it's a, about a 3,800 step for these eggs instead of a 4,000, or 5,000 rather. So it's... You don't, sometimes you, like, don't get enough eggs, which is honestly fine. Which just makes it feel like it takes a little bit longer, but it doesn't, because they're still hatching faster. Alright, that's 5 eggs. Honestly, I could probably... Yeah, I think when I get near the end, I'll probably just keep grabbing eggs anyways, because it's... You know, we're not going to get more than a few extra. That'll be a good way to start off the next stream. Plus, again, I might try and set it up that, at least for one stream, we can try the, like, auto-collect egg macro thing. So we can just hatch them on stream. Because I think for anything that I need potentially multiple shinies for, that would probably be a good way to do it. So like this one, you know, I need multiple Galarian Zigzagoon. In fact, eventually I need 3 total, right? I'm only going to get 2 before the new games come out, but eventually I would need a 3rd for Obstagoon as well. So like if I, you know, prep 500 eggs or whatever, even if I get a shiny within the first 100, like it's fine to keep hatching the rest because I still need more. But we'll worry about tomorrow after we're done with tonight. I will say one nice thing with this, the switch up thing is that you can use it in handheld mode. There is like a little, like dongle thing that you can attach that will let you do that, which is pretty nice, so that if for some reason I wanted to do that in handheld mode, I could. I really don't, because, you know, that's just going to drain the batteries on everything involved. But yeah, I will definitely have to figure out something else for the controller, because I get, it's not been too much of a pain in the ass since I've gotten used to the weird, not drift, but like, snapback, or whatever you want to call it with the joysticks. Are those all male? They were, wow. Also, only 3 A's again, ugh. Come on, let's not make this a habit, please, game. Yeah, I don't know, just something. Honestly, if I could find a controller that will work with this switchback, or this switch up thing rather, that's that like has like a normal Nintendo control layout that maybe isn't a Nintendo controller, or one that like will still like sense, like say A could be still in like the normal position, would be on like Xbox. So it'd be at the bottom of the 4 lettered buttons instead of on the right, but it would still like work correctly with the like Nintendo stuff. That would be like the best. I should look at a 8BitDo or something like that. Maybe they have something that would work. The thing is, I don't know how much this is going to work with, like, third-party controller stuff. Then again, like, it already only kind of half works with the Xbox controller because it has to be plugged in to work, so I don't know. Or you need, like, the special wireless adapter for it, which is just so weird. I still don't get that. Like, because again, it works perfectly fine with my PC with just Bluetooth. Well, maybe I shouldn't say perfectly fine, but I think the issues that I've had with it on PC are just an issue with the controller, based on the couple of issues I've had with this so far. That being, like, the occasional, like, doubled input. Do I keep calling it a switchback because of the car lights? Probably doesn't help. Also just, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I do mean switch up. I do mean, you know, that. But yeah, the switchback LEDs for cars. But yeah, Monday will be interesting. Hopefully I can get my buddy's car, like, all set up properly. The thing is, I don't even know how much of a difference in performance that's going to make right now. But it will, like, help when we go and do other, like, tuning stuff, so... Which reminds me, I still need to go and, like, try and make some sort of template for, painting it. The thing is, I don't know where the parts of it are going to be visible, which is, like, a little bit concerning. I might need to, like, try and see if the manufacturer has pictures of it installed, so I can, like, try and get an idea. I think I have one more, right? Yeah. I don't know if I clarified. I do mean, like, the intercooler for the car. I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make without a tune. Because I know, the car does stuff to, like, limit the power if it, like, because it's, like, trying to keep a specific amount of power so it doesn't spin the tires or whatever, which is, like, makes sense, but also, like, it shouldn't, I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, I mean, like, obviously you can tune that out of it, but that means you have to go and get it tuned and all that shit. So I just don't know if he's going to see a big difference with just the intercooler. Even though, I mean, obviously, there's other mods and shit too, but, like, I think any performance gains we get, it'll just, like, get rid of by turning down boost. Which, honestly, might actually be fine. Less boost means the engine should last for longer. I mean, that is kind of our goal with it too, because we have a horsepower target that we can't really go past, of 400 horsepower. You can go past that on the EcoBoost Mustang, but then it starts going EcoBoom, so, you know, rather than risk that, just, like, aim for 400, and then all the mods and stuff that we're doing are kind of just, like, to make it get to 400 as efficiently as possible. Not necessarily fuel efficiency, but just, like, you know, if you don't need as much boost to do it, that's also, you know, more headroom later in case you want to start risking things, or you can set up, like, maybe... Well, we're not going to get too much into that, but like stuff where like a push-to-pass system where like it temporarily you can have a little bit more power, just like, you know, for like 10 seconds to try and get past a car on the track or something. But also like, you know, it just, if it makes less like peak boost, it should be faster to get to that peak boost. And what that means, you know, the car will be more responsive, which is a pretty big thing, especially with those EcoBoost Mustangs, because they make a crap ton of torque down low. So it's like a big thing is how responsive they can be. Did I take these out? Okay, I did. I have done it more than a few times where I forget to take the Pokemon out of the party. But it wasn't this time, at least. But yeah, and then one of my other coworkers, he has a Volkswagen CC, which is not... It wouldn't be something I would consider that interesting of a car normally, but he's been, like, doing some stuff with it, because he, like, got it used, so he was, like, he had to fix it up, and he was like, well, fuck it, I guess we'll put an exhaust on it. That thing actually sounds pretty good. When it runs properly, his, like, throttle body's fucked up, and it doesn't want to idle right now. If he's giving it any gas whatsoever, it's fine, but if it's idling, it'll just die, which is kind of funny. Obviously, it sucks for, you know, when that's happening, but it is like this thing where it's like, we went out, because I hadn't noticed that he had an exhaust on it, and he's like, fuck, you want to go out and listen to it? It's like, fuck yeah. And then it has closed caption or what? I don't know, I want to say it probably stands for something like Cabriolet, Coupe, or some shit, because I think those are usually convertibles, or always convertibles. So yeah, I don't know what the letters stand for. Volkswagen's weird. You got the Tiguan, the Touareg, just like weird words, which I don't know if this is actually true, but I've heard that Tiguan is supposed to be like a combination of tiger and iguana. I don't know if that's just some internet bullshit or not, but like, I don't know. Volkswagen has some interesting names at times. Yeah, it's funny. We went out there to go look at it, and then now all of a sudden he's like having throttle body issues. It's like, goddamn, that sucks. And we know it was because we pulled the codes on it. Because I was like, hey, I have a code reader if you want to comfort coupe. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah, it's not what, you know, would typically be like a sporty car for the most part. But with how that thing sounds, I can absolutely see why he went for it. Also, because it's Volkswagen, it seems like every Volkswagen seems to fit the Audi R8 ignition coils, so he bought those for it as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that. Like my Abarth, I can put in the Alfa Romeo 4C ignition coils, and those are like a direct upgrade because they're better, because they're not Fiat, except they are because Fiat owns Alfa, but you know. Yeah, fun times with that stuff. But yeah, there is like a slight part of me that feels a little bit bad because my buddy, he's usually off of work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and I'm usually off of work Tuesday, Wednesday, so we don't really have a day that lines up. And so I was just like, whatever, I'll just request Monday off. But that is also kind of the day where, like, we're already usually short on staff. And, like, it doesn't matter because, like, you know, shit can get moved around. But it's also like that thing where it's like, well, sucks to be you guys, especially because I've done it, you know, a couple times in the last month to help them with stuff. And some of the people that work on Mondays are not great at their jobs. So I just know that people are going to get stuck with other bullshit. But also, at the end of the day, it's not my job to make sure other people... You know, it's not my job to make sure they're fully staffed on a day that I need to request off, you know? So, I don't actually feel bad, but... That is, like... I know it's kind of a little annoying for some of the other people. But this should be the last one for a little bit. The only other time where we might have an issue with it will be when we do the downpipe and the tune. And that might actually have to be a thing that I have to request a Sunday off. Because I forget when... I think what we'll probably do is... I think what we're going to do is we're going to install the downpipe. Again, this is a ways in the future here. Install the downpipe on Sunday so he can drop it off to get it tuned on Monday. And then hopefully it'll be ready by Tuesday or Wednesday. He might have to take that Tuesday off as well. Yeah, he definitely... I think before we even do the tune or any of that, like, stuff, he wants to start doing some of the Umbrella Motorsport graphic stuff, so... And I did get him to, like... He's fine with not doing the, like, big decal on the quarter panel, because I thought that was going to look a little weird. I just... Without, like, it being part of, like, a full livery, I just don't think that's going to look great. Like, it is his car, so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, but I just didn't think it would look good. And he was like, alright, that's fine. But at some point, we're going to have to look up getting, like, custom badges made for it, and also he's going to need a new grill insert for the front to make it look pretty cool, and there's, you know, some visual stuff. He wants to get a wing at some point. I really think he should not get, like, one of the over-the-top wings. Because it's... the problem with that is, like, in order to install that, he's going to have to drill one of those types anyways. He's going to have to drill holes into the top of the trunk. And, like, as soon as you do that, there's kind of no way going back from that. Like, you can take it to a body shop and have them, you know, repair it so it looks... At least looks normal. But, like... You know, that's more money at that point and stuff. So if he ever wants to get rid of the car, that's going to be a problem. Whereas if it's a, like, one of the wings that looks like it's off of, like, a GT350 or the GT500, like, something that's, you know, looks OEM-like, those aren't going to be as difficult to sell the car with. But, like, one of those, like, more obnoxious wings that, granted, will actually, in theory, have some effect on aerodynamics. Those are probably just going to end up lowering the value of the car if he ever wants to get rid of it. Also, it's not like he's going to be doing much track time with it or anything. If anything, we'll go to, like, a drag strip, which you don't really... I'm not going to say you don't need any downforce for on a drag strip, but, like, you don't necessarily need, like, a crazy wing. It just needs to be enough to keep the rear tires down and not, like, spin and not, you know... You don't get lift as you go too fast, so... But the best part about all this is that I get to, like, kind of build a cool car, and I don't have to pay anything for it. Actually, it's not true. I've had to buy a few tools for it, but, I mean, I get to keep the tools, so I don't give a shit. we have one more? Yep. All right. Oh, we're near 25%, so definitely still more likely that I would not see a shiny by now than how likely it would be that I would see a shiny, but we are getting there. That's the nice part about early in the hunt. Like, it, you know, that number goes up pretty quick, so it feels like you're making progress, and it isn't, like, too brutal. And then you get 1,600 eggs in, and it just, it's... Let's hope I don't have too many more of those hunts in the near future. The biggest thing on that was just being that I'm trying to get all these Galarian forms before the new games are out. It's just like knowing that I have this, you know... I was going to say time limit, but that's not quite the right term for this. But, you know, I think you get the general point. It's just like... I have limited time to get this done, and it's not working out. And granted, if I hadn't been so inconsistent with streaming for a month or two, we'd probably be a lot further along. We might even be done by now, but I can't undo that, so we just do a lot of hunting in the future. Yeah, there was something that people have mentioned a couple times with the new games with, like, the gameplay, and specifically the Let's Go mechanic, which, you know, I was disappointed that seemed to indicate that there won't be another Let's Go game, but also after playing through Let's Go Eevee again, maybe not the end of the world. At least if they don't let us play it, like, without motion controls in some way. But people have mentioned there's a possibility with that, like, the Pokemon that you send out could end up knocking out a shiny Pokemon or something, and it's just like, oh no, I really hope that's not the case. That would be really lame. Because it's kind of like a better version of how it works in Legends Arceus, where, like, Legends Arceus, you can throw your Pokemon out, and it, you know, if you don't throw it out at anything, it just kind of stands there and looks at you. But, like, if you throw it at a tree or a rock or something, it'll collect the resources. With this, you just throw it out, and it runs off, and it'll go find resources to gather. And it'll also go out and, like, battle Pokemon and stuff, which is... You kind of need for, like, crafting materials, because you craft TMs now. TMs aren't infinite anymore, which is kind of lame, but as long as they do the crafting part of it okay, that's fine. Like, the biggest issue with TMs was, you know, not being able to get enough TMs for certain stuff, for certain ones. So as long as you can craft more, it should be okay, but also, why are we moving away from the infinite TMs when that was a fairly well-liked, you know, quality of life thing? As long as you can craft it from all renewable resources. Yeah, it seems to pretty much be, basically Pokemon are your resources. So you knock out Pokemon and they give you, you know, whatever. We only got 2 eggs from that. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, well, we might as well not even be doing this method then at this point. That's fun. But yeah, so, like, you kind of need the Let's Go thing to do that, but also, or at least that'll speed that up a lot, right? But also, don't knock out shinies for the love of fuck. So I don't know what they're going to do about that. It's the type of thing that I would expect Game Freak to just ignore and just let them knock stuff out regardless, and that would be extremely annoying. But, like, I don't know. I have this feeling Game Freaks just be like, no, deal with it. And then so no one will use this damn mechanic ever. But we'll see. We still have a month until the games come out, so who knows what sort of information we find out about that. It would be really bad, though, if they let that happen without some way to do it. Even if it's like a thing of, like, you know, an option in the settings, just like, you know, Let's Go Pokemon can't, battle shiny Pokemon. As long as there's some sort of indicator that's happening too. It's like, hey, they found a shiny. Or maybe that's it, right? Maybe they'll just be like, hey, they found a shiny, come get it. And then you have to go and like actually battle it to catch it or whatever. I don't know. It will be interesting either way. Might not be a good kind of interesting, but it will be interesting. But we do know that shinies are probably going to be not pretty common, but like similar probably to Legends Arceus, because there is the stat in the trainer card that is specifically shiny Pokemon battled. So you would have to think there's probably going to be encountering a decent number of them. But we still don't know if like normal breeding's back or if it's just like the weird picnic mechanic thing, which please have breeding be back. Don't make just the picnic stuff be it. Even if it's like Legends Arceus where we have, you know, outbreaks and, you know, a million other ways to shiny hunt, it's like, still like breeding, man. Breeding is just a simple, effective, low risk. It's really hard to fuck it up. Granted, Legends Arceus is kind of hard to fuck up too. You just have to use the damn save button, but you know, it's just nice not to ever worry about it. I do really wonder if the system clock exploit will be around in the new games as well, because like that's how the lottery macro works. I mean, same as like, you know, wild area stuff and whatnot. It's just you load into a like raid, or not you load into, but like you start looking for other players. You go and you change the date, and then you end that, and then you go and it just updates everything and treats it like an actual day has passed. So hopefully there's a way to do that. I wonder if it's just there wasn't anything, because there wasn't anything equivalent to like matchmaking really in BDSP, or like local matchmaking. I don't know. We'll see if there's a way to do it. Alright, well, we're getting near the end here. Did I miscount somewhere? I had to have miscounted somewhere. Hold on. That's 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, okay, that's what I did wrong. I just put that one box too soon. That's kind of my indicator that I don't need to go further with eggs, although kind of doesn't matter because I'm probably just going to keep collecting them anyways. Anyways, 50 more eggs tonight. But yeah, I think I will try and make just like a big bunch of boxes that are all like trade, or Pokemon that I've traded for and have different trainer IDs. To make, even if there isn't a way to macro it in the new games, just to like try and remember to check once a day to get extra Master Balls. Or, you know, maybe there will be a way to get extra Master Balls in the new games. Who knows? I mean, in theory, in Let's Go Eevee, you could find them in Cerulean Cave. It wasn't very common, but it could happen. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I am also curious to see what that final update for the wild area is going to be in this game. Because, I mean, again, I need to go look at like what they actually said, but it does seem to be that there's going to be one more wild area event in the on November 1st, and that'll be the last time wild area gets updated. And it'd be interesting to see if maybe they, they'll just be like, fuck it, everyone have some free Master Balls. And we'll, jack up the shiny rates on some of that stuff that's going to be in it, whatever it, ends up being. We know it's going to be stuff that isn't normally obtainable, like, G-Max Snorlax, even though you can max Soup Snorlax, but, you know, just like catching it in a raid isn't as common. Or maybe it'll be like the starters or something. The Gen 1 starters, or the Gen 8 starters. We'll just have to see. I don't know if they actually... I need to go and, like, look at the source that was linked on Cerebi. If it even was. I assume they have the source linked. Because it didn't, like, have a link to, like, the wild area event listing in, on Cerebi. Yeah, I don't know. There's, like, depending on how they worded it, there's a chance there might still be an event for Halloween, but I'm not hopeful. Especially with it being right on the 1st. November 1st, I believe, is when they're doing that update. Let me see here. Yeah, November 1st, 2022. And it does say Wild Area News will receive one final update on November 1st. So it kind of seems like there won't be any more before then. But again, that's what Cerebi said about it. I don't know if they're just paraphrasing what was like the official announcement. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, it does feel weird that we won't have wild area events anymore to look forward to. Yeah, one final, not its final. Yeah, exactly. Like, again, we might, I really hope that we have something similar in Scarlet and Violet. It's a really good idea to have that. Especially for, like, the terrestrialized stuff, right? Because we're not even sure exactly how, like, some of that stuff works. Is it gonna be, like, you know, you can just, can you change the terrestrialized type pretty easily? Or is it, like, gonna be like G-Max was when Sword and Shield first came out, where it's like, if it doesn't have the G-Max factor, get fucked? You know, we just don't know yet. I'm sure it won't be a thing that you can do on the fly, right? But it's... hopefully there's a way to change it. Or maybe they'll do a thing where they, it's kind of set to begin with, and then in the first DLC they let you change it, like they did with Sword and Shield. I hope not, man. Like, don't make that kind of stuff, like, really annoying like that. Like, definitely, like, I'm fine with using DLC to, like, kind of correct some things that maybe they should have done differently with the base game. But don't, like, intentionally, like, repeat the same mistakes, you know? Just to correct them later. I mean, we still don't even know, and I'm doubtful about this, but we don't even know if we're gonna have a National Dex again. Or if we'll have the National Dex again. Probably not. Almost certainly not. They have made it sound like Pokemon that have different regional forms, you'll be able to transfer over those regional forms. So, like, you can bring in Meowth and Alolan Meowth and Galarian Meowth, assuming Meowth's in the game at all. But that's what it sounded like anyways in that, what they said. We'll just have to see. Because they could have just meant, like, yeah, just bring over whatever Pokemon. I don't know. Like, I'm not someone who's like, oh, that's just stupid, and all the Pokemon, like, I'm not too worried about that. As long as there's a good number of Pokemon in the game, so there's a reasonable number of new Pokemon, like, that's the most that I care about. There's like 400 to 500 in the game. I'm happy. It does also make it kind of a pain in the ass for breeding and stuff. Especially, you know, if this game doesn't kind of cover, Scarlet and Violet that is, if it doesn't cover pretty much all of the Pokemon that haven't been on the Switch yet. We've seen a lot. We've seen like Komala, sorry, and Go-Goat, stuff like that. Stuff that we haven't had access to on a Switch title yet. But we haven't seen all of them yet, so we don't know for sure. But yeah, especially if they don't like cover all of those and it's still limited decks, then it's like, come on, guys. Especially by the time all like the DLC is out for Scarlet and Violet. Assuming there will be DLC. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't, but I don't know. Maybe somehow the sales didn't work out and they think they'll make more money doing a third game again. I'd be a little disappointed. I'd be a lot disappointed, actually. Because I really liked Crown Tundra. I don't know. I feel like I have seen someone else say the same in my chat as well, so I'm not alone in that. And like, yeah, I know, Crown Tundra, Isle of Armor, they're both, not as much with Crown Tundra, but Isle of Armor, definitely loved, and it's just like, they were both cool. They were good new ideas, or reasonably good new ideas. And it was nice to not have to go and buy a whole ass new game. Just to get like this tiny little bit of extra content. Yeah, hopefully I won't really need to worry about buying multiple copies of the game this time. Buying both Scarlet and Violet. Oh, that was the thing on last over the last week at some point. BDSP, those games were on sale for like $30 at a bunch of different places. Like Target had it on sale for like $30 for like one day. And then GameStop has had it on sale for like all week for $30, but you had to have the pro rewards thing or whatever, which was just like, fuck off. I'm not paying money to save money. Get out of here. I guess I didn't check to see if Amazon was doing that as well or not. Could have looked around a little bit because I was thinking like, you know, $30. I mean, realistically, once they stop making physical copies of those games, the price will eventually go up above $30 anyways, so I would probably make my money back at some point, but also, like, I don't know, do I need to play through Shining Pearl? Not really. I think I'm good not playing through the Gen 4 remakes again. I did enjoy it, but also, like, I don't know. Especially after playing through Let's Go Eevee again. It's kind of like, well, maybe just let the old games lie, you know? Or games that we've already played lie. Like with this, when I played through Sword, how did I fuck that up? When I played through Sword again, like, I kind of had to do that anyways. Same with like my Legends Arceus playthrough again. So it's like, well, you know, if I have to play through it again, then yeah, but I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I liked Brilliant Diamond, but it definitely didn't have the staying power. It did not help in any way that, like, I really wasn't a fan of Poke Radar chaining, because just the extremely low odds of it just kind of killed it. Or the low odds of getting a best possible chain. Or best possible for shiny odds. Anyways, breeding takes a little bit longer, which doesn't help. And then, yeah, just Pokemon home support taking so long to come for it just means that, like, especially with Legends Arceus being right on the heels of it, it just, like, the game never had room to breathe and it never really had a chance. And then the little things like, you know, the game is fairly easy until you get to the Elite Four, and then there's kind of like a massive difficulty spike. Like, that kind of needed to be smoothed out a little bit there. Like, I don't mind the Elite Four being difficult. That was It was actually kind of fun to have that difficult battle against Cynthia, but also, like, it's annoying when the entire game is pretty much easy mode, and then you get to the end, it's like, oh, I am now getting my ass kicked. Okay, cool. What did I do wrong? Like, having to do a bunch of grinding all at once is always going to be worse than doing a little bit of grinding spread out through the, throughout the playthrough. Yeah, it does, I wonder if I can set up a macro. So there is, like, again, I didn't realize this before. I don't know if I told you this, Hannah, but, there is a way to record macros with the switch up. I didn't realize that there was, but there is. So I don't know how useful it would be for resetting for, like, Arceus and Darkrai, because with how long that game takes to boot up, it might be, it might actually be too long for the macro to work. But I might be able to do it for Shaman. I don't know. Although, now that I think about it, maybe not. Maybe I don't want to do that, because, like, the macro they have for, like, the static encounters in, Sword and Shield, they have, like, the interrupt in it, where, like, when you load into the battle, you have to press A to continue the macro, or you press B if it's a shiny to break the macro, or to end it or whatever. But I don't know if you can do that with the switch up. And I don't think there's any way to... I think it's just recording key presses. I don't think there's a way to do it... is that a third? That I didn't count at all? Yes, okay. I don't know if there's a way to, like, code a macro on your computer or whatever and load it in, which would make it mostly easier. Obviously, you have to tweak things for how long it takes for the game to load and stuff like that, but... like, it would be easier to, like, set some of that stuff up, you know? I about dropped my drink all over my desk. That would have been bad. Especially since my phone is right there. Let me move that to the other side of the desk. Alright, one more box of eggs. But yeah, I do want to see about, tonight and tomorrow, just grinding for a bunch, or using the macro for a bunch of eggs, just to see how long it would take to, at the very least, if I collect eggs before the stream, how long does it take for me to, like, or, you know, how many eggs can I get through in, like, 2.5 hours? Obviously, it depends on the, you know, the steps for the eggs, how many steps it takes, but, I mean, that's kind of just math at that point, right? Like, I can plan it out and be like, okay, well, the 5,000 step eggs will take this much amount more, and then the 10,000 step eggs will take, like, you know, almost 3 times as much. Or double whatever the 5,000 takes, so it's like, you know, I can kind of plan it a little bit. And I don't know, maybe I don't even always use the macro for doing that, but I think I probably at least once I'll use the macro just again for the testing, to get it done, but also, personally, I don't care about using the macro for collecting the eggs. I mean, it's not even necessarily saving the full amount of time, right? Because it's like, while you're hatching eggs, especially doing this, you are able to collect more, right? So, like, it'll save some time, but it won't save that much time, I don't think. So it's not like, you know, a complete, like, oh, we're just basically just, you know, generating Pokemon. Like, nah, it'll work. I do find it funny. There's one of the reviews I saw for the Switch up was someone complaining that, oh, I thought it would just automatically generate stuff instead of taking hours to do it. It's like, fuck, shut up. 10 seconds watching any of the videos they made would have told you that, jackass. Like, it's literally just a controller interface, not a fucking, like, full-on hack for the game. If you want to instantly go use one of the Twitch channels that generates Pokemon. Those are, especially right now, those are probably near about instant. Obviously, when, like, whenever, like, forget which one it was that I did this with. I think it was, Isle of Armor. When that came out, I used, Oak's Lab for a lot of the stuff. A lot of, like, the mythics, or, like, stuff that there was still kind of lock behind trade evolutions, like, the Porygons and stuff. I use Oak's Lab for that. Rest in peace. And, yeah, that took a while. That was, like, you know, a pretty long queue for that, right? But, like, after, you know, a month, it settled down pretty much all the way. God, so many of the songs on this playlist have these, like, long intros or long outros of just silence. I really need to, like, stop using the lo-fi playlist. Should probably see if I still have one more egg or if I miscounted. It's very possible I miscounted. Nope. Alright. I don't know why I'm, like, only getting 3 eggs every time. Like, even when I first started doing this, like, I was at least getting 4. Now it's only giving me 3, which just, like... I guess I'm kind of getting the 4th right now, but, like, still, you know? Oh, yeah, that... I don't know why I just got reminded of this, but I need to test, I don't know why Twitch has been such a pain in the ass on my desktop, but I do need to try, maybe using my laptop to, like, update my schedule or something, just to see if I can get that to do it. I don't like using the laptop because, again, it's a piece of shit that doesn't work very well. So there's a very good chance Firefox will just crash trying to do anything, because there's just, the system resources aren't there. Really need to just, like, put Linux of some sort onto it. Because all I need it to do at this point is just load up Firefox. Connect to the internet, load Firefox, show what my stream is doing. One day I would like to get a slightly better laptop. Not like much better, just enough that I can use it for anything besides being a second display, basically. Which it's not even great at, which is sad because it costs as much as, like, a decent monitor would. We should get just over 30% today. Of course, we could also get the shiny right now. That would be dope. Come on, Zigzagoon. If I can get this tonight, there's a very good chance I can get another shiny this weekend. If not, it's not as likely. Though, again, depending on the egg stuff, who knows? I might be able to make it work. All right, 20 more eggs. But yeah, honestly, if I could do like 250 eggs a night, I would be pretty damn happy with that. I mean, I guess I could do that tonight, but we're at like 2.5 hours. I don't want to, especially with how tired I was earlier. I'm not desperate enough yet. If we get into like November and we're still hunting for Galarian shinies, we might be doing some longer streams. But until we get to that point, we are good for the moment. Did I put the eggs back in? I did, okay. We're back into the party anyways. Doing 256 a stream makes sense because half 512. Yeah, but then the organization of that is going to be wonky. Otherwise, yeah, I would do it that way. Bit weird, multiple of 5. Do you mean about it being 256, or like because it's 250? Because like that's the thing, 250 doesn't quite divide into a multiple of 30 well, which would be how many, you know, I would put into a box, but that's at least close enough that I can make it work. Because I can, you know, I can leave enough in the first box that like I'll finish on another box. Also, something else I need to see is how long does it take to collect eggs while using the macro. Because, like, I don't want to leave it overnight and then I come back and my boxes have, like, 900 eggs in them. That would be a bit of a... Not too much of a problem, but it would be a problem. Again, it does depend on the Pokemon. If it's like Zigzagoon, probably fine. If it's like Stunfisk, probably not fine. Because if I get like 3 Stunfisk to hatch, I'm going to be upset. Well, maybe not. Those might be easy enough to trade away, but you get the point. Stuff that I need multiples of. That's like the stuff that I would macro ever. Guess I could have just rode another step to see if I had another egg or not. Oh well. So yeah, I'll keep collecting eggs even if they like go past the Solgaleo there, but those will just have to be hatched next stream. Who knows, maybe I won't even get around to doing the macro stuff tonight because I do have other stuff I need to do. Need to make a thumbnail, need to actually edit the short. I don't even know where the H there came from. Yeah, I guess I would have time. I don't know. I'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, we'll hatch at least 200 more eggs tomorrow. Whether or not I'm collecting them as I go, we'll just have to see. Oh, should say one other annoyance while I'm thinking of it that I had with this this switch up. So in the guide videos for like doing the macros for Sword and Shield, it says press the mode switch button until you get to the where the lights are yellow and teal. There is no yellow light. It's just green. Like it's not even remotely close to like being in between or anything. It's just straight up just pure green. I like went through it a number of times. It's like which one is this supposed to be? And then there was the green one. I was like, is this it? Sure enough, that was it. And it's like, okay. Someone needs to get their eyes checked because that is not yellow in any way. But it's a minor annoyance, but it is a thing. It's like, god damn it, that's like kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, at least the other light was like blue. So like, okay, it's fine. Like I'm not sure it really counts as teal, but also it's a tiny little light, you know. So it's not exactly a big deal or anything. I mean, it doesn't help that there is there's a green light on the switch up for, it indicates what controller you're currently bound to. As in, like, are you controller number 1, 2, 3, or 4? Because I think in theory, you can use this and also use, like, Joy-Cons and stuff at the same time as, like, multiple different controllers. So, like, that green light does not help it, but... yeah, I don't know. There was a bunch of little minor annoyances with this thing that kind of added up to me being like, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, for 40 bucks, it's not the end of the world, but also, like, really wish it would have just been better. Especially because I know when they do, when there's updates for it for, Scarlet and Violet, if there are any, you know, that's gonna be, I'm sure, another like $10 or $20 upcharge to upgrade that. Though, depending on what, you know, what it's even adding at that point, I don't even know if I'll care. You know, it'll just depend. Alright, last 10 A's. Come on, Zigzagoon. Be nice to me today. Corsola was real mean to me. I can use the help here. Here we go. Could this be the set? I really hope so. Bosey. I don't want to get a different controller for this, just something that's quieter than the Xbox controller. I've noticed this Maybe it's just this one that I got or what, but it's like the face buttons are super loud. Like the with the D-pad it kind of feels intentional because it's like feels like a deliberate click, but the face buttons just feel like when they come back up, they like hit the face of the controller. Have you played Gen 7? I played a little bit of, probably like halfway through one of the Ultra games, either Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon. I don't remember which one it was. And then I played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which technically is Gen 7. Though I understand if people don't want to count it. Because it is kind of like a spin-off game as well. So kind of. A little bit of Gen 7. Not a whole lot. By the way, welcome to the stream, man. Unfortunately, you're kind of at the tail end of the stream here. Just trying to get up to 200 eggs tonight on Galarian Zigzagoon before we wrap up. But still, good progress for tonight. Granted, if it ends up being like Galarian Corsola, this is the first of 8 streams that I have to do of this, but it won't take that long. Oh, that's going to be a famous last word. Words, however you want to say. Oh, whoops, I'm off by 1. Okay, we'll just hatch this and then not count it, I guess. I probably counted when I grabbed an egg or something. See, if I grab all my eggs before the stream and then just hatch them on stream, I can't possibly fuck that part of it up. Except I'll just figure out a different way to fuck it up. Alright, we need to grab at least one more egg. Maybe I'll just grab the one. She has one ready, right? Yeah, okay. We'll not even worry about collecting more eggs. We're not going to collect that many anyways. We'll only have like a couple extra. Let's go hatch these real quick the old-fashioned way. Pretty soon here, we're not going to be seeing this bridge much anymore. Once the new games come out. I'll definitely want to eventually come back to them. I mean, I'll have to, probably, for some stuff, right? Though we do know that some Gen 8 Pokemon are confirmed. So stuff like Toxicity and Rookidee. Some of those Gen 8 evolution lines are confirmed. Again, it's possible. Possible we'll see a National Dex return. But not likely. Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting this tonight. I don't know, though. Maybe we'll get it on number 200. Has happened before. Alright, I've gotten them on, like, an exact 100 before. I've also gotten it on, like, the one after as well. Hey, what's up, Reverse? Unfortunately, you are literally right at the end of the stream here. We have 2 more eggs to hatch, and then I'm wrapping up for the night. Thanks for coming back in, though. I do appreciate it. You're doing well. You just woke up. Ah. Alright, well, no Galarian Zigzagoon, that's fine. We aren't in 1600 eggs for a Corsola yet, so we're doing okay. just a little disappointing is all. It would have been very helpful for me to get the shiny tonight, but, you know, it is what it is. Let me see. Is anyone... Gonna have to be careful about this, because I don't want a video to autoplay. Oh, shit.
Sometimes.
Hey, fucking shut up, advertisement. Fuck off, Twitch. Alright, I just wanted to see if someone was streaming. No one on my followers list is really streaming, though. Fucking goddamn advertisements. I usually just use my VPN to make those things go away, but I don't really do that with streaming because the VPN probably ain't gonna play too nice with it. Anyways, that's where we're gonna wrap up for tonight. Tomorrow we'll do... If I don't like pre-collect eggs, we'll do like 200. If I do pre-collect eggs, we'll try and do 300. Just so I can get an idea. I want to do that so I can get an idea of how long it's going to take. We'll see. And then if, in the future, maybe I just do that more often. Just like kind of pre-collect the eggs and then just hatch a big old chunk of them at once. But yeah, I don't know. 200 eggs for Zigzagoon. Not bad. We're still well under odds, obviously. If we get past 500, then I'll start getting a little more upset because that'd be back-to-back bad hunts, or bad luck hunts anyways. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, come watch me on Twitch. Come watch it live. You get to see stuff like me get the Galarian Corsola finally live and not have to watch it as a VOD. And if you're watching it on Twitch as like a VOD, or, well, if you're watching it on Twitch right now, go check out the YouTube channel, because all my VODs are there. Same if you're watching it as a Twitch VOD, but also Twitch VODs are not great. They're only there for 7 days. It's supposed to be 2 weeks. I don't know why my account's only 1 week. I know streamers also, partners also get, like, up to a month, but I mean, still. My VODs on YouTube are always there, so, at least for now. And they are in slightly higher quality as well. I know it's shiny hunting, who cares? But for the playthroughs, Let's Go Eevee, Sword, Legends Arceus, Scarlet coming up. It could be a little bit nicer to have it not have any blockiness on the stream. But yeah. Tomorrow we're gonna start probably around 12:30-ish. Same with Saturday. Sunday will probably be more like 10:30-ish. But I mean, we're working on Galarian Zigzagoon for now. If we get something else, or if we get a shiny, then we'll work on something else. We'll see when we get there. Anyways, thank all you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I thank you for all the support and everything. We're getting up close to that affiliate number. We're getting there. We're gonna get there eventually. Especially if I don't get it before Scarlet, we probably will get it with Scarlet. But yeah. Anyways, thanks everyone who watched. I appreciate it. I know I've said that like 13 times now. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.